And this morning, financial markets running about even ahead of the open. Amid our trade war with China, here in Colorado, we are likely just beginning to feel the ripple effects of tariffs and counter tariffs. Dakin Bushner is with us to talk about those effects. He is a fourth-generation Colorado farmer in Yuma. He is also a commodities trader, which is really fascinating. You really are on both sides of this business, aren't you?
Yeah. I've had the opportunity to kind of see both sides, and you know, it's certainly a different look sitting in both chairs.
Okay, we've heard this is a big problem for farmers who grow crops, things like soybeans, but there aren't a lot of soybeans grown in Colorado. But the types of crops we have, is there an effect there?
Absolutely. You know, I think first off, you have to look at, you know, every farmer's out to make a margin. So when we're planting crops, we're always thinking about, you know, what can we make the most money planting? Right now, we're seeing a massive shift from soybean acres into other crops. That's going to pressure the markets because it's going to bring more supply of these other crops into the market. You know, so right now we're seeing about a 4 million acre switch from soybeans into these other crops. And, you know, the corn market's probably seen the biggest brunt of this here over the last 3 months as we intend to plant a lot more acres of corn this year.
That's fascinating. So that could depress the prices of corn.
Absolutely.
You're flooding the market, in effect, right?
Absolutely. Well,
okay.
and on top of that, you know, we grow a lot of grain sorghum in Colorado, too. And we've lost about 4 million metric tons worth of exports of grain sorghum, which, you know, it pressures the grain sorghum market. It also pressures the corn market because, you know, those are substitute products.
Well, many of both the Republican and the Democrat parties agree that China has been unfair for a long time. You know, the Chinese infamously kind of, they steal intellectual property. You know, they don't respect design on things. We have to do something, as painful as it is. Is there something to be gained out of this pain?
You know, I think so. I think the administration has certainly kind of taken the long ball on this, and I don't blame them. You know, unfortunately, the U.S. farmers felt the brunt of this trade war. There's absolutely some things to be gained, you know, from a long-term outlook, from a broad economy. But the farmer has taken the brunt of this trade war, and I think, you know, we're seeing the administration, you know, have to kind of step in and do some things. You know, we've already done one round of payments here earlier this year to soybean farmers, and, you know, there is a talk of maybe another round of stimulus coming our way. Okay.
Is that the right thing to do in our capitalist society?
Great question. I think there's a lot of different schools of thought on that. You know, I personally believe that if you're going to take away the biggest demand center for U.S. soybeans and in turn hurt other markets, you know, there probably is something that needs to be done. You know, what is that? Are direct payments the correct avenue or route for stimulus? I don't necessarily think so. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, our problem is we just have too many acres in production. So, you know, depending on what these mitigation payments look like, are they direct payments? Are they, you know, purchases of commodities that they're going to, you know, then, you know, donate to other countries, which I think, you know, Trump tweeted about that last week. So there are a lot of different avenues that the USDA can take in order to help the farm economy. It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Okay, Dakin, thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.